I'm just so mad. I'm gonna hate buy it.
I'm gonna buy it, but
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
You gotta.
I ain't asking for the world here. I'm just asking for an 8-ball and $2 million.
I'm late, but I'm here.
Hold on, hold on! Her sister was a witch, right? And what was her sister? A princess! The Wicked Witch of the East, bro!
Let's bring up our special guest. I cannot fucking talk tonight. Bye. Anyway,
David, for the record, David is our special gay.
Oh, there can only be one. I got it.
I can't believe you took that money from Dan Who to say that.
Grab his dick and twist it!
Oh my god, dude, this is an MMA fight, dude.
You twist that dick!
Twist his dick.
Even though that's the most successful video, you'd think
Uh-oh.
all the tea in the ocean. I swear. All of it's going in the ocean. Kenny, what
Yes.
Superman figure did you pick up this week?
So here's a good look at my red cyborg Superman. Still don't have for the collection, but
Disappointed!
Kaiju on the left.
Yeah. It's a baby
There's not a
kaiju.
thought behind those eyes.
No.
Not a single thought.
Cool party.
Your Boys Got Toys is back. And
babe, Justin just doubled my salary.
Oh shit.
Well, number one. I'm number one.
look, it's not easy to jump from a moving vehicle onto another moving vehicle. Okay,
The side of the truck,
yeah,
you know.
their injuries will happen.
What a piece of junk.
David, this company is the go-to for highly articulated anime figures.
Using Yamaguchi?
David, come on!
David, you were right above the rim. I tossed you the ball and then you swatted it.
David, this company is the go-to for high.
No way. This is poetic. This is poetic AF.
For highly articulated anime figures, such as Dragon Ball. Timer started.
Stage figure arts?
Got it right. Congratulations.
Oh, okay.
You had a whole
Thanks.
year to prepare for that.
Woo! I mean, I've been haunted by that in the intro of the show every.
It flames on the side of my face.
This is a holiday for family.
David, so this isn't my turn, so I'm just gonna bring David. I want you to look at around me. Do you see pictures of my family in this room?
Thank you so much for being my friends.
Saturday night and we're live at night. Yeah. Saturday night and we're live at 9. It's Saturday night and we're live at 9. You know that means it's justified. Just Justin collects, making the connect. Kubo has 2 strings, don't disrespect. Andrew is a Jedi, but he's seeing the dark side. Down in the basement for the 28th time. Now there's David, Evan, and Smith. 3,000 action figures for the toy sluts and basic bitches. Your boys got toys to bring the noise. Love the imports, but McFarlane he avoids. And counterculture is in the space. Superman for days, like it's a race. Now that's justified. Now that's justified.
What was your favorite part about leaving comments?
Saturday night and we're live at 9. Saturday night and we're live at 9.
Andrew, entertain the chat. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 88 of Collecting Justified. And yeah, your clocks are right. We started on time. I said, screw it. I hit go live, and I was like, the guys will be here in a minute. And sure enough, as soon as I hit go live, they're right there. They're right there. They're waiting to come up. They're waiting to come up. Nobody was late except Andrew, but he got stuck in the basement. But welcome to Collecting Justified. Make sure you hit that like button, share this with your grandma and all your friends, and, grab your favorite drink and come justify this collecting hobby with us, right? But I can't do this by myself. Let me start bringing my wonderful co-hosts up on stage with me right here. First up, none other than the best voice on YouTube, Mr. Encounter Culture himself, Kenny.
Oh, wow.
That was nice of Ed.
Sorry. I received this coffee mug from a friend of ours. Also a t-shirt. It's weird. I don't know what's happening. This guy, he keeps sending me stuff. Ed Chinchilla. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but yeah, I received some packages in the mail today. So here we are. Yeah.
I think Ed Chinchilla might have made the thumbnail this week, Kenny.
I think so. I think there's a whole propaganda thing happening. I'm not sure, but yeah, Ed's out there.
Something like that.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him.
Right there, yeah.
He's a hype beast. Ed Chinchilla, the hype beast. That's what he is.
He is the hype man. Ed Chinchilla is the hype man we all deserve.
That's right. That's right.
Kenny, good week of streaming. Good week of toy news. How's it going, man?
Yeah, a lot of toy news. Lots of stuff. However, you'll find out later, not so much here today, but lots of stuff coming. All right. There's so much happening.
Coming. It will all get recapped on Friar's Day, right?
That's right. That's right. That's right. How about you? How are you doing?
Usually, I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Long week, but I'm ready to talk some toys. And I'm excited about today's topic. I feel like it's a good conversation to be had, right? Right. And we'll get to that. But we've got some other people to bring up as action figures just fall over on this desk. I'm sorry. We've got some other people to bring up, Kenny. None other than Mr. David, Evan, and Smith. What's up, David?
Sound.
I don't know who booed you, David. I'm sorry. I did.
What up?
It's my new shirt. That's a shirt I'm gonna make. I'm just.
Am I back?
You're back. You're here. You never left.
God.
This is how this stream.
Everything else froze on my screen for me. So that's how we go. How we do, guys.
David, how are you?
It's all synced up again. It's all synced up, David. David, we were on time.
I'm sound.
Takes a little while for my internet to catch up. We were too early for my internet. Okay. All right. David, you having a good week?
I'm great. I'm sound. I'm awesome. Are you good, Justin? Are you good?
No, I'm not. I'm not at all, David. I'm not at all. But I do love your shirt. I love that shirt, David. Second week in a row.
Hey.
Wait, volume
it's beautiful
here. Absolutely beautiful. I love it, David. I love it. But guys, we have someone. For some reason, I was thinking Alexi was going to miss this week too. I was surprised to see him pop up in the green room because he's
the routine.
Yeah, it's the routine. But we've got boys got toys.
Wow. Time to put on these fake glasses to make me look like a nerd. I have 20/20 vision. Oh, hey. I thought David was going to take longer. He usually can't stop talking. How are you guys doing?
Good, man. Good. You doing okay? I see some emptying shelves back behind you back there.
He's getting out of here.
I sold them all, idiots. You know people pay for those.
$5
no. Yeah, $5 of dollars. Yeah. We're moving, which I probably mentioned in one of my appearances, that are unpredictable and untrackable, which is what I hope the government says about me. We're moving, so I'm in the process of taking down all of my collection from the displays. There's almost nothing up there. There's my HasLabs there. There's my top 5 of the collection right now. And then the rest of the shelves are getting packed away. You guys want to see a sneak peek of how I'm packing them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Whoop. It's right here on the table.
That's
all
exactly
going in there.
how I packed mine too.
Yeah.
Beach
And
towel.
You don't want to go through and wrap every single one, but you want to delicately layer them.
Yeah,
And that's what I did.
absolutely. Yeah.
Is
so
that
I
a beach
just have,
towel? Is that what that is?
It is. It's not a beach towel.
You
We
live
have
in
more class than
California,
that.
David. Of course, it's a beach towel.
This is a towel we stole from a resort, David. That's what you do in California. Yeah. So that's anytime it's a blue and white striped towel, David, know this. They stole that from a resort. Because the manufacturer of these towels doesn't sell to anybody but resorts. So if you see that in a private residence, they stole it.
We got him, boys. We got him.
but yeah, and then there's nothing up there. Everything's coming down. My clockwork display is coming down. It's all part of the plan.
Oh man,
You're leaving Batmobiles, all right?
Yeah.
No, I'm actually just going to leave those for the next tenant of this apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said all McFarlane stuff.
Alexi, so
stays.
tearing it down, it stays. Tearing it down is the easy part, though. How long do you think it's going to take to build the new collection room?
Years. Tearing it down isn't even easy, man. You're like taking figures off the wall that you haven't really messed around with, and then before you put it in the box, you're like, this is actually a pretty cool figure, and then you play with it, and then Amanda's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like,
I'm packing. What are you doing? See, you're doing it wrong, Alexi. Are those shelves like attached to the wall at all?
No. Oh no.
Oh.
No. They should be. We live in earthquake country.
You just angle it down and shake it into a bin. Yeah, that's all you got to do.
I've had to do that before because I waited till the last second to actually like pack. Which I think as people mature in life, they realize is a bad idea. So I'm ahead of the curve. We're not moving in until June 1st, so that's why I'm taking the time.
So the lie detector determined that was a lie.
I'm taking the time to pack everything, and I'm actually taking. I don't want to say I'm taking a leaf out of David's book, but I'm certainly following his example by cataloging everything as it gets packed.
Okay. Not a bad move. I wish I would have done that when I moved. I just threw everything in a bin, and then I just took everything out of the bin, and then, it exists.
But what if you leave some toys behind? It'll be a whole Toy Story situation. You can't let that happen. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, later.
We're leaving a bottle rocket and an RC car by the door. So if anyone gets left behind, it's on them to catch up.
Exactly. Guys, I'm happy to have you all here. Like I said, Andrew's running late, right? But let's go ahead and knock out this housekeeping and get into some pickups, right? All right. David, he tripped coming up the stairs, okay? He might have snapped his ankle, but he's going to be here, okay? He didn't want to disappoint you. All right. This is Collecting Justified, your favorite Saturday night Toy Talk live stream podcast, whatever the hell you want to call us. Just grab your favorite drink, kick up your feet, and come help us justify this whole collecting hobby, habit, whatever you want to call it. It's an H word. I don't know. Whichever one you want to use, right? The Free Andrew from the Basement Fund is open, and as you can see, it's sort of working because he's gonna be here, I promise. Right. But he's sort of working. It's sort of working, but everything is appreciated. Nothing is expected. So thank you very much for that. You can also become a Justified channel member, where we have a Justified MVP tier and the lesser Justified tier, as Kenny would call it. David, do you want to thank these wonderful Justified channel members for us real quick?
No, but I will. Justified MVPs, Z-Man 1-2 Bat, We know him from the Gen Z Report, Compulsive Collector, Get Well Soon John, John Morrissey, David Evan Smith, right here, St. James, and Countered Culture, right there. Bring Toys to Work, Dan Who Reviews, Gregory Trejo, Home Dude, and Mikey Moonboots. And then the lesser Justified, you heard it from Justin's mouth, Displayed Once, Kurt K, Christopher Allen, You Boys Got Toys, right underneath me, Super Truck 5000, Jay's Toy Collection UK, Attic Renovations, Chi Chi Collects, Jared Byrne, Jesse Hubbard, Clevis Multiverse, Scion Dot Collectibles, Trosky 2105, Marvel Collector UK 4505, Fred Likes Bread, KNG NYC, Basil Games 92, Pock Photos, and Mr. Green's Mini Figs.
I like bread too.
And a partridge in a pear tree. Sound.
Great job, David. Great job. Can you hear those are the effects? You still can't hear those sound effects, right, David?
No.
It's just
what was that
on
sound thing? I saw that early in the chat. Were you having issues with the intro stuff?
No, it's because the other day on the after show, Jamie came on the after show and he had no audio. So I was trying to get that into the chat as soon as possible. All I typed was sound. Dan ignored that. He saw other people type that Jamie was inaudible, had no audio, responded to that. Apparently, to just say sound, that's just an affirmation that all is good.
Right. In their culture, it means like solid.
Yeah.
Sound.
I love
that. All weekend, it's just been sound.
Sounds like you're really crossed up.
You tried, Kenny. You tried. You were trying to help. Okay.
I was just trying to help.
It really is reflective of Dan Who not knowing how to run a stream because he has people on mute when he brings them on, and so that's the core problem is Dan Who. But
that's got to be the core.
It's not Kenny's fault.
But Streamlabs is so much better than StreamYard, but yet everyone's always muted. Just saying. Love you, Dan. But no, speaking of Dan Who, here's our wonderful wall of guests, which look, Dan's right there. You got 1 page, 2 page, 3 pages right there. And here's last week's episode, guys. We talked about the stuff we might get. Like we already got some stuff and what that means about other stuff we might get. But yeah, predicting, going over leak list stuff that hasn't come out yet. Yeah, David, that's right. But this week we're talking about, I feel like we've done so many topics on this show, right? Where it's like, oh, this hobby's dying. Everything's dying. But no, this isn't about it dying. This is about what you would prefer. Would you prefer the slow death with us? Or maybe, is it worse if it gets on that hype train and goes the way of like Pokemon TCG right now, or how Labubu's went, or Funko Pop's not so much anymore, but they were high up there. But we'll get into that conversation, right? Personally, I don't know how I feel. We'll get into that. I don't know if I could take my hobby being mainstream. It might kill me a little bit inside. Just yeah.
Oh wow.
He breaks out.
Wow.
Yes, that's how I feel every time I see a Labubu. But hopefully Andrew will be here before we're done with pickups. Like I say, guys, we can't get into talking about any new toys or shit or anything to do about toys until we take the time to appreciate the new stuff we have in hand. So let's start with David here, since StreamYard hates him most. Get him out of the way. David, what have you picked up this week?
Well, this first thing is cheating because I picked it up several weeks ago, but I also had asked for it for my birthday, but I didn't want to show it off that I picked it up in case you got it for my birthday.
You can't show that on the internet, David.
But
you
can't
show that on the internet.
I can show this.
Okay. Nice.
Mr. E Honda with his awesome.
Little handsy.
Yeah, he's quite handsy. And for those curious,
wow,
red
a little raw
view.
raw under there. It's red.
So picked up this. So that's awesome. Really love this figure. Jada did it again. They know what they're doing. The articulation's awesome on a big bulky figure like that. And the power
David,
effect.
did you see Black Deer's response to this figure? This figure that you like?
No, did he hate it?
He said it was overrated. He had a whole I don't know if it was a TikTok because I don't have TikTok, but he posted a reel about it.
Yeah, he seems to hate everything. So I don't know if he's trying to corner the Anthony's Customs market, but he just seems to hate everything that's revealed, everything that's released. I don't even know why he collects, but if he's collecting, I don't know, but whatever.
To be fair, I like
David,
Lorenz more.
Can we get another shot?
What's
true? We get another upskirt shot. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Nice.
Hello there.
It's hello there.
What, Kenny, were you saying about Lorenz?
I said, to be fair, I like Lorenz more than I like Anthony's Customs, but here we are. Doesn't matter.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if Lorenz is sustainable on the internet. I don't know. He might be flaming out. Crashing out.
I might be putting too many eggs in Lorenz's basket.
Yeah.
Just kidding, Anthony. I still love you. Just in case.
This arrived today from GameStop, from the app.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Nice.
Cloud, to mention GameStop, but they held me down with Balrog. So another great entry for Street Fighter. So I'm caught up officially, but this is great. It's another great one. Great articulation, great sculpt, pinless.
It's nice.
So good. So good. And then just a recent little custom I threw together. So Kitty Pride, shout out to Displayed Once, Rich, favorite character. Her 2.0 costume from Excalibur. So
where'd the mask come from?
The what?
The mask. Oh, he dropped it. It's dead now.
Broken.
That was for you, Rich M.
What's the question?
Oh, where's the mask on the face come from?
This is the head from the Excalibur set. It has.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't paying attention, David. I'm sorry.
Got it. Okay. Well, there you go. That's everything. That's everything for David this week. So slow week, bit of a lull, but it's cool.
Thank you, David. Thank you. Nothing but applause from this side. Nothing but applause. Kenny, what did you get this week?
Wow. So actually nothing. No action figures, that is, but some things did come in. And I think this ties into tonight's episode because I did say in the chat I was going to announce my new hype line, and the Ed Chinchilla merch is here, baby.
Wow.
Not from me.
Hell yeah.
I don't know who Ed Chinchilla is, but he sent me some early prototypes. So just saying, those did come in. Man, somebody look out for that. What I did get though,
bootleg.
They are absolutely bootleg. What I did get, which I thought was pretty cool. So the Spider-Man Superman crossover, right? This week.
Okay.
A bunch of variant covers. So I went and got this variant cover, which is like your Cyborg Spider-Man, Cyborg Superman. Very cool. So super pumped about this. I love it. They had all the variant covers at the shop, and I decided to go with this one. I like it. So why not?
You think you'll backtrack and get any of the other variant covers, or just you done with that one?
I will just get that one. That seems sufficient. Also, I wanted to show off. I've been working on printing a Garak for David for the Savage Land. I've printed a smaller one. I think you can actually see the smaller one right there. Kind of hanging out back there. But this was the second attempt.
Whoa. That's a nice big boy.
So
it's as big as your head.
Yeah, this is where we're going.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a big rock.
Yeah.
You're bricked up over there.
That might be big enough for me, Kenny. That might be big enough to
I
satisfy
think this
me.
might be it, David. I think this might be it.
That might be big enough to satisfy me.
Finally.
We're here to toss your salad.
So that's what's been happening this week.
Nice. Looking forward to
Nice.
taking that, man.
All right.
Oh, I'm gonna give it to you. Don't worry.
We're all happy to see David receive that.
Can't wait. I can't wait for the video proof. Alexi, I know you're doing a lot of packing up, but have you added anything to this moving collection this week?
Yeah, I don't know if I showed this off as they came in. Do you remember me showing off Akuma? So I have the Jada Toys Akuma, which I know David has already because he's a huge Street Fighter collector. Weeks ago. Dedicated collector for Street Fighter. Yeah. David knows all the art directors. DM him to find out. So I have Jada Toys Akuma. Like I said, there's like 5 figures up there. We're not moving for 6 weeks, and all these figures are getting packed up. And I wanted to leave like 5 to play around with. And Jada Toys Akuma made the cut. So really happy to have this thing.
Question for you, Alexi. So as in the 6 weeks leading up to the move, you're going to be buying new figures. Do you plan on opening those or just leaving them in box?
So I have all 3 of the Mafex, the current Mafex releases on the way, which is Robin, Jubilee, and Rogue. And then I also paid for Anne Hathaway Catwoman from InArt 112 from Bomb Busby. Shout out Dan Who Reviews. Shout out Bomb Busby. So they'll be getting delivered here within that 6 weeks. I'm definitely going to open them and like show them off on streams and stuff, but they'll probably end up go back in the boxes and then neatly packed like you know, to be open later.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got.
Oh wait, there was one. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're done. Your time's up, Lexi.
There was one more thing that I came across. This is part of my, you know, you're packing stuff up and you pick something up, or you're like, oh, I remember I have this. So I actually have some feet pics here from my Secret Santa from 2 years ago from Dan Who Reviews. So this is a Legends and Liquor Secret Santa gift, and they sent me feet pics. Which were very exotic, and they threw in another
double foot.
Yeah.
Fucking Polaroid. I forgot about this.
These were hostage, by the way. That's why they're Polaroid, to prove that, you know, he had them. So shout out Christopher Allen. Sorry, UK. Here in the US, there's no secret. So Christopher Allen, hope your feet are doing good.
I feel very uncomfortable seeing those, to be honest with you. Keep it 100. But guys, speaking of feet pics, we do have our last co-host here with us today. Andrew, how's it going, man? Where are your feet?
It's going good. Those are supposed to be a secret. You don't want to see my feet. Let's just say that.
I don't.
Well, now we do.
No.
We do. Yeah, don't want to see them.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. But Andrew, how you doing this week, man?
Doing good. Been working a lot, you know, the usual.
Worked
yesterday.
Have you
working a lot yesterday?
I'm off until I do a 24-hour shift, so I worked until 7 this morning. So
damn,
yikes.
He worked all day yesterday.
Dreadful.
Andrew, you been working on picking up any new toys?
You know, I went to 3 different Walmarts to try to find that new Stormtrooper.
Mm-hmm.
Only to find none. And then you texted me today about it. So I'm going to have to go tomorrow and see if I can find it.
I was there again earlier today, and they still had 4 on that stack.
Okay,
base.
good.
So they still have 4 of them. So none of them have moved. You're probably the only person in this area looking for them, if it makes you feel better.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Are you going to army build them is the question, or are you just getting one?
No, I'll probably just get that one and get the Scout Trooper and then the Battle Droid.
Are the shirts staying on them, or are you going to move the shirts onto like different characters?
I don't know. It'd be fun to kind of move them around a little bit. Different characters, like, you know, like they're on vacation or something.
on vacation.
Wearing a t-shirt.
I love it, Andrew. I love it.
Yeah.
Guys, before we get into the next thing I want to talk about, and then the main topic, let's say hi to the chat real quick. Okay. We gave them time to get in here. First was Gregory Trejo, and Greg actually left a comment when I first created the live stream yesterday, but it dropped off. It was over 24 hours early, so it dropped off. But big shout out to Greg. What's up, man? What's up, fellas? Happy Saturday. And Cloud Foxwell is here as well. She says, I'm bored. Let's talk toys. And we almost gave John a heart attack. He's healing up, guys. We got to easy. Let's bring the energy level down for John. Let's keep him calm. He's still healing, okay? He's still healing. He was shocked to see us start on time. Holy shit, it's almost going to start on time. Hey, the intro started at 9. It counts, John. 9 o'clock intro is part of the show. It started on time, believe it or not. David was here, dropping the David emojis. Cloud Fox will responding to John. Another 7 minutes. Keanu Leaves is here as well. What's up, Keanu Leaves? And Kenny's feeling sound. He's feeling sound, everybody. Alexi in the chat as well. Let's see here. Chi-Chi Collects is here. Moshi. What's up, Chi-Chi? Thank you for being here bright and early. It's bright and early for you. Lorenz is being called racist in the chat. I don't know what that's about. As well as Cute Colt is here. Fun fact, Balrog is in Bison in Japan. Fun fact. Right. I did not know that. Right. Rowdy Rouse is here as well. What's up, Rowdy? Thank you for being here. And Alexi dropping his 14-month member chat. What's your favorite part? What's your favorite part of Edge and Chilla merch?
The answer is always the people.
the people wearing the merch. Am I right?
People buying the merch.
That's right.
That's his favorite part. Webhead Collects is here. What's up, Webby? What's up, Justified and chat? Hope everybody's having a good evening. Oh, look, Lorenz is here. Hello.
Lorenz, no one's happy about how you received the E-Honda. David likes it a lot, and he thinks that you're wrong for your review. Tune in at 11.
This is what Lorenz has to say about everybody's opinion right here. Right here. Everybody has just a Lorenz asset just preloaded into their stream.
Ready to go. Yeah.
Just ready.
Comes in your beginner YouTuber kit.
It does. It's preloaded. I didn't make that.
Welcome to YouTube. Here's Lorenz.
Yeah. Everybody's got it. Legion X is here. What's up, Rick? Thank you for being here, my friend. Scrolling. I'll make sure to shout out everybody else I see pop in as they do. But guys, before we get into the main topic, there was a little bit of Marvel Legends news. And we don't do the news here. That's recap is where you go for that sweet news. But I just wanted to do a quick showing off of this. I feel like we've waited forever. And we're all like, we might all be getting a little bit of a receding hairline, waiting for a new Green Hulk. But don't worry, guys. He's here, and he's $47 fucking dollars. And
he's
this
47 years old. He's like 87 years old, but
this freaking hairline. Listen. I can't. I want to like this figure. I want to like this figure so much.
Do you?
I do. We need an updated MCU Green Hulk. But this ain't it, man.
I love how in the chat, though, you were like, well, I'm going to buy it, but...
Okay. I am not pre-ordering this thing.
Funny what he says in private.
Yeah, right. My shill self truly shows in the group chats. But no, this is going to be I'm never going to pre-order it. I'm not going to order it online. But if I walk into a store, my local comic shop, and they have it on the shelf, I'll hold it in my hand right there, and then I'll pick the figure up, and I'll decide right then if I'm buying it or not. Okay.
But you think you could pick it up and look at the hairline in person and be like, all right, let me go to checkout.
Maybe it'll be better in person, right?
You think
right?
so?
I love how in these photos they show these web effects as if they're like an addition.
This somehow makes it look worse, if I'm being honest.
So bad. I saw this. I was like, oh, this is part of the kid line, right? Right.
Exactly.
it's so bad. And everyone's asking, of course the shirt comes off, right?
Does it?
Right?
Because if in some of those pics, doesn't it go completely under the arm, like connected?
I don't know.
Everyone's
asking. We've had this effect before, right? We've had the shirt on Hulk
It's not
before.
the same shirt. It's not the same shirt, man.
Oh
and
my
it's not
God.
off any of the pictures. So
I know.
If this is actually that would, oh my God, that would be so.
So they looked at what can we do that would make this the worst Hulk figure ever. Let's give him really terrible knees.
yeah,
Let's give him a tattered shirt that's not
you're
very
right, Dave.
comfortable. And let's give him a hairline that sits at the top of his head.
Yeah,
that does
you
go
have to
around.
one up maximum, right?
No rubber chest. That
With
we know
maximum
of.
Are we
grip.
sure? Are we sure?
It might. I don't know, man. This is bad. This is bad. It is pinless, right? Still single jointed arms, which is a big figure. It's to be expected with big figures, right? These are pinless knees, but oh man.
Do you think taking the shirt off would actually make it better, or really do nothing to improve the item?
I don't know. I love how is get at the webs.
What have I
do
done?
actually. I like that though. That's actually pretty good.
That face, yeah, very animated.
Yeah.
I think the person posing these was just not good at it because technically, okay, I hate that this shitty image is on the back of the box because that has nothing to do with the figure.
Dare you show like a
He has
regular
brown pants. What do you mean? They have the same color pants.
With the low hairline and everything. You want Gray Hulk? Best I can do is Graying Hulk. I feel like the body is not bad. Like objectively, they didn't present it well, but it has a ball joint at the torso or at the waist, which is what we want instead of the swivel. And then it has a diaphragm cut as well, but like the single joint elbows, the floating biceps that you can like spin independently. Yeah, it's
when I see this Hulk is like this face.
Yeah,
it's so
that's
bad,
him looking at his MCU scars hairline.
It's actually the same expression on my caricature meme, the pass face.
That's true.
Yeah.
Let's compare, David. Let's compare.
No, not that one.
No, the
not that one.
In the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the updated one. I don't
Did
have
we
that
predict
asset.
the future?
Yes.
I think we did. I think we called it. Oh no. I don't want that. I don't want that. But it's okay, guys, because there was another reveal, right? Right.
This is the from the
Same, but different. But still same.
That's good.
It's just a slightly repainted suit of the final swing suit, which is fine if you missed out on that and you needed it. Okay, but no civilian head sculpt. So there's that. And
yeah,
wild.
Really, they're really leaning into these damn web effects.
I get the repaint thing, but you already have a Tom Holland head sculpt. Just toss in one of those. You don't even have to do anything new.
Don't they have like 3 or 4 different Tom Holland head sculpts at this point?
Yeah.
Maybe this isn't Tom Holland. You never know. Never know.
Riley.
Oh my God! This is Sadie Sink Spider-Man. That's what they cast her as.
All right. Yeah. At least you get 3 sets of hands, right? I don't know, man. And what are they? This packaging, I think Dan pointed it out. This packaging really is just like the those like re-releases they've been doing. It looks eerily similar
evergreen
to
ones.
that. Yeah.
I really thought that's what it was when they first showed the package. So
yeah. The body, okay, I will
Terrible.
say, since apparently I'm playing devil's advocate for Marvel Legends tonight, I will say that this is the best. This is my favorite Spider-Man body, personally, because the torso, and this was the Amazing Fantasy 15 black and red suit body. It's like perfect for a teen Spider-Man because it's a little bit shorter. It moves really well. You can see his arms and hands crossing in that image. So the Spider-Man itself, if it wasn't just a simple reuse or repaint, would be lit. But I definitely get why people are upset about it. It's easy for me to laugh because I don't collect MCU, so eat shit.
Yeah. To me, like, this one is fine. Just it's the fact that it's accompanied with that Hulk and like, oh, that's it. Like, but wait, there's more. I'm not even going to show off the Spider-Man Noir because it's just a straight up. It's a confirmed. I know Dan and Jay were saying it's just a straight up repaint of the other Spider-Man Noir, right? It's
Yeah. But I think the deco
cool.
is different, but it's the same figure. And I do like the card it comes on.
The card's cool.
But I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
So.
For this? Oh, you're talking about the Noir.
Yeah, Noir.
Gotcha.
I think David can speak for all of us, right, David? I think he can speak for all of us with the
pass.
It's man, that Hulk is just rough. It's rough. So that being said, now that we've all talked about how much they suck, Andrew, are you interested in that Spider-Man or that Hulk?
Maybe the Hulk. Maybe. We'll see.
You gotta
See how it
have
looks
balding Hulk, man. Have balding Hulk.
Exactly.
I will say maybe it's an updated body and you get it in hand and it's good. And maybe the greens would match with like an older Hulk head sculpt. Possibly.
Wrong.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you. I'm sure now I can look over at the chat. I'm sure there are a lot of opinions there.
Well, I know to shout Cloud out, like, well, according to the Blackter, new torso with new spider design, according to Dan Yoon. But then Cloud's like, I feel like if everyone looks at this and says it's exactly the same, then the new bits are not doing as much as and so they're probably pointless, which is true. Like, that's where it's like, then throw a Tom Holland expression head in that we haven't had yet to try to make it feel like there's something new going on in here, because it's the same web effects. It's 3 sets of hands, and it looks exactly like the final swingsuit figure to first glance, you know? So, like, what? There's no reason for me to walk down an aisle at Target and take a look like, oh, that's not the evergreen figure that we see every week, you know? Like, I would never think twice, and I would just keep walking. So, like, it's just a waste. I'm not buying any of it, and I don't need it to clog up my shelf. I don't need that ugly looking Hulk. And I sound a lot like a Lorenz right now, so I apologize. I'm gonna scale that.
That's David would give that 3 disappointing Davids
There
for
you
all
go.
3 of the reveals. All 3 of them. It's I don't know. It's Kenny, are you in for either of those? No.
No, I think I'm with the community on this one. There was nothing there for me, you know. It's like,
but Kenny,
okay.
the reviews.
Yeah.
You're one of the few channels.
Disappointed!
The Hulk is meh. Spider-Man, nothing there. And Noir, I mean, Noir is cool for people who missed out on the other ones. I think that's the highlight. And that's not saying much. So,
but I think it's only attractive for the people that keep things in package to display.
Yeah.
You know, like it would be a cool thing to glance at, like with other package figures, because it stands out with that black and white card. But yeah, and compulsive dot collector, the haterism is contagious. The hateration and holleration in this dancery right now is intense.
You said it, David. Like, it's a nice card, right? But when the best thing about an action figure is the packaging, okay,
You
Super
know you're
7.
a collector.
Okay, Super 7. There we go. All right. But yeah, it's St. James is here. What's up, St. James?
Hey,
it's not for avid collectors. They're for kids who want their first Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay. There are cheaper options though, right?
It might as well be the evergreen line. What is that? What is that?
But St. James knows what he's talking about. St. James gifted my 5-year-old his first Spider-Man Marvel Legend.
Nice. If I would have asked my mom for a $30 Spider-Man, she would have kicked my ass. So,
and then bought you the Hulk out of spite.
Yeah.
Take old man Hulk, you ungrateful son of a bitch. No, I don't think your mom can call you a son of a bitch.
Well, no, she would. She would.
She did. She had a point. She had a point.
Just kidding. I love my mother.
We all love you, Kenny's mom. We all love you. Okay. But guys, so I guess that's a good segue into, you know, now that we're all good and positive in a good positive mood to, oh wait, no, Andrew, you fucked it up. Okay. I didn't do my pickups.
Wow.
You fucked it up.
God. Hey, you're in charge, not me.
Yeah. Tell him.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
That escalated.
Kick me off. I see how it is. I'll go back to the basement.
I'm sorry, Andrew. I took it out on you. It's been a rough week. Okay. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Lorenz. Thank you.
But shout out Kenny's mom. So my pickups real quick. Let's see here. What did I get? Oh,
refill my drink.
Oh, wait. David, come back. I got
$30 Spider-Man would have been ridiculous back then. I understand. Yeah.
Yeah. I got a second Budo because, you know, 2 heads, and one of these days I'll get my custom heads back to David.
2 Budos, 2 strings.
Yeah. Well, David can't hear me because one of these days I'll get my eye patch heads from David that I sent with all my wonderful heartfelt gifts, and I'll have 2 bodies, you know, with the 2 heads with the 3 strings. Okay. All right.
David's stingy as hell with head. I guarantee it.
Yeah. And then, speaking of doubles, how about I've got another. Kenny, look, it's for the diner.
You got another one. Wow.
The wait staff.
Wait. You got
another one.
There it is.
There we go. You know, the diner is probably going to expand eventually, and you need some staff. You know,
you do need staff. I get it.
Right.
And these are great staff to have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hard workers. Honest people, really.
Yeah. And then, so that leads into something else. So, look, Prime's in the chat. Shout out Prime, you know, to help me with that diner right there back behind me, right?
That's right. There would be no diner without Prime.
Without Prime to the first. Prime also has been doing poker and blackjack tables. So I have a poker table on the way from Prime. So the diner's going to extend. I'm going to have like a back room display with a bunch of maybe a certain Batman inspired setup, like the Almost Got Him episode. Okay. But it's going to be, I'm thinking like villains, like different like villains there. So Joker, maybe Dr. Doom sitting there, Skeletor, just random villains throughout the display, right? And I walked into Ross and I saw the Red Series Megatron, right? And I know it's not in scale, but who gives a fuck? And so he can be sitting there with them. And I'm very glad I picked this up from Ross. Now I have a Megatron in my collection. I'm very glad I picked it up for on the cheap because this is a piece of shit, right? This thing is such a piece of shit. It's from the RED series, so it doesn't transform. And it's terrible. It's terrible. The glory hole. Yeah. That was supposed to be on the DL Prime, but thanks. Yeah. But he didn't even include it. God. Got my shipping notice. Thank you. You know, only 3 weeks. But thank you, Prime. Thanks. But anyway, last pickup. I finally got my Savage Crucible, Elric of Melbourne.
Sorry, what was that? Can you repeat that?
Melba, yeah.
Eric of Melba Toast? Is that what you just said?
Of melancholy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of Melbourne? I don't know, man. Look, it's an awesome action figure. How about that?
Ramsey?
Awesome figure. Comes with multiple heads, a bunch of weapons. So in the box, there's like, you know, a card that's like randomized. You open it, you don't know what you're gonna get. Randomized weapons, and now they do randomized loot bags where you get like gold coins and rubies and stuff for like the display stuff. You can use more than just them including multiple like random weapons in the goodie bags. So a lot of accessories, cloth, wired cape, a lot of weapons, a real chain right here on the side. It's cool, man. There is a problem though with mine. If I move it too far forward, right,
snaps in half.
It does. Yeah. Now it's not going to do it. It's not doing it right now. But
we believe you.
If you move it too far forward, it's like the peg almost just doesn't go far enough. Either the hole's too big for the peg, or the peg's not long enough to go. Yeah, go ahead, David. Yeah. So I appreciate the maximum articulation out of it, but just be there it goes. See, there it goes. That would make good for like middle of a battle or something. Like that shot there, but it pops right back in, right? So, and it's not loose unless you like force it forward, right? So don't force it, ladies and gents. Okay.
Where is your Legions display, Justin? Like from where we can see right now?
There's a medieval diner down there.
Medieval diner, yeah.
Ye Old Tavern. Uh-oh. Prime, if you're still in the chat, start Ye Old Tavern tables.
It is on this wall, like that way. Bottom two shelves. It goes Yu-Gi-Oh! 2 shelves of Dragon Ball, Gundam Wing, and then Legions and Savage Crucible on the last 2 shelves.
Because Gundam Wing can really connect. Yeah.
Is it in that video where the voiceover is like, man, I just borrow money to...
Yeah. You can see him on the bottom a little bit.
Okay.
That's been doing really good. But no, David, Gundam Wing connects with the anime stuff, right? It's
with Legion,
Dragon Ball, anime. That's those are the only big shelves I had to put like all the Legions and Crucible. Okay, they won't fit in cubes, right? And this shelf is all Power Rangers and Pokemon. These 2 shelves are all Power Rangers and Pokemon. So you work with what you got, David. Okay. And I'm doing the dungeon. I'm working on a dungeon display on the very bottom.
Best he can.
Best of you can, David.
Is
Jesus
he?
Christ. Those are my pickups.
He's doing what he can.
Doing what I can with what I have. Okay.
He's doing.
Okay, David. Sorry, that's not good enough for you. All right. I'm gonna have to go back to therapy now. Thanks, David. Okay. But guys, so the main topic, right? It's Alexi.
Pass.
So I had a well thought out voice message, right? Because I was like,
a 5-minute voice note.
Pro tip, if you're doing a voice message and you run out of time on the voice message, maybe don't do voice messages. I'm just saying.
There's no technology that's built for you to do a 5-minute voice note.
It's not the point.
It doesn't exist. The technology does not exist.
Oh, it went through though, David, didn't it? I just had to add another like minute 43 one after that. Okay.
Yeah, this should have been a whole episode. Honestly,
I saw David's response. I saw David's response, and I knew everything I needed to know about your voice memo, and I didn't listen to it.
Well, I wasn't about to type all that shit out, right? With the idea for the show, okay? And I was like, oh, I could just like call David and explain it to him. I was like, then I'll have to like tell everybody. I'm not doing that. You're getting a voice message. You got a voice message while I was working.
So preview to the audience, it took Justin 6 minutes and 43 seconds to explain his concept for today's episode.
Yeah.
So buckle up.
Let's just play it. Let's just play. We'll play the voice memo.
Yeah,
and
play the
then
voice
we'll
memo.
go on to the
For all the people on the
should have talked about this, guys, because I could have had that prepared.
Come on, man, Kenny.
Snippets of
Kenny
it,
will have it by the end of the show.
Keep it up, Kenny. Keep it up.
Oh,
I'm gonna refill my drink. You got it. I've already swallowed my entire drink.
Jesus
David
Christ.
Swallows.
no doubt.
But anyway, so the concept of this show, I came across a YouTube video where YouTuber was talking about like a hype guy, kind of like David would say, like the TikToker type, where he already had a lot of almost no YouTube videos, but so many subscribers, and he was getting into collecting action figures. And his premise of what he was talking about with it was, this is the last thing we need for this hobby, is these kind of people coming in, like the people that are always posting about like ripping Pokemon packs and Pokemon card hunting, Labubus, Funko Pops, and all that, and how it going mainstream could have a lot of negative repercussions. And that got me to thinking, because then that same day, the pre-orders for the Rivals figures went up, right? And I was like, oh, let me go look on Big Bad just to kind of look. I'm not going to pre-order them. And they were already sold out, right? The Punisher and the Moon Knight were already sold out. So we're always quick to say like, oh, these Gamerverse figures, like who gives a shit? But then like the younger kids getting into it, or people that just like the games and don't really care about Legends otherwise, see them, and evidently they were popular, or Big Bad just put up a low amount. There's no way to know, right? No way to know. So I got to thinking like, oh, maybe he has a point. Like, what are the negative repercussions we could have from going mainstream versus what we're always thinking, right? Because we're all around the same age, except like David's like, way up there. But we're all around the same age, and we're always thinking like, oh, kids, speaking as someone who has kids don't really, they're more going towards technology. Even my 5-year-old, he loves his toys, but if we let him have his tablet all day, that's all he would do, would play games on the tablet, right? And I hear from people with older kids like, oh, they just don't care about toys as much. We're lucky enough where we've seen like Dan Who's Legends and Liquor, there's some younger guys getting involved in the channel, some younger people getting into comic books, getting into action figures. But is that enough to sustain the hobby going forward as we age out, if you will? Yeah. So it's always been a topic on this channel that, oh, what's next for collecting? Is it dying a slow death? Is it death of this, death of this, death of this line? And nothing is ever permanent. Even Marvel Legends, with its long storied history, will come to an end at some point. Hopefully a better end the Lightning collection came to. And then Playmates will start doing Marvel figures. But so I just wanted to share my thoughts on the perspective of what would be worse: the slow death of the hobby with us going out, and it would never completely go away, but supply and demand, right? Less collectors, less would get made, or hype train. And we're seeing like people rushing to Walmart and Target for these action figure drops like they are for Pokemon, and the aftermarket goes crazy, and like the hobby's thriving, but it's harder to get everything, and we're like bitter, angry old men at that point at these damn TikTokers ruining our hobby. So I just wanted to go around the panel and get everyone's thoughts on that. And you can, if you have like thoughts on like both sides or whatever, just whatever you want to say. Kenny, I'll start with you. You look, you're contemplating a lot. What are your thoughts?
I'm actually not. I'm working on audio recording your message.
Okay. He's disassociating at the moment.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Justin just recap
start with me because I do have to get through 5 minutes of this message anyway. So
I think David was timing that right there. That was probably verbatim, like what I said in the voice message.
I think so.
But I guess like to kind of open this, what I was thinking about is I do think like on some levels, the hype has to exist, right? Because the hype does bring people in to anything, right? So
yeah,
an action figure line exists, a card line exists, anything exists. Why do we even like that? Why do we care? Okay.
Profound.
Well, we like Marvel Legends because we grew up with the nostalgia, but there was some hype built before that. Before us. Before the action figures. So I don't love the hype industry, if you will. I on the recap, Z-Man mentioned this thing about what do you say? Travelers in the Alexi, you made a
tourists.
Tourists.
Yeah.
Which I thought was like
people who pick up a couple, just for the audience that isn't familiar with tourists, people who pick up like 2 or 3 action figures maybe, but they don't know anything about action figures other than like the 3 they have. They're tourists to our hobby. They picked up a few, they're looking around, but they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah. So like the hype brings in those people, and on some level that's fine. You need that. These lines have to exist, right? And they're not going to exist if people aren't coming in and buying the stuff. But what I absolutely never want to see in action figures, and it does happen from time to time, but what I don't want to see is the full hype thing that the TCG community and card trader communities get. That's far too much. I think Hot Wheels gets that too, right? Those communities are far too much, and I never want to be involved in that type of collecting and community. I feel bad for those people who are into that. I want no association with that, but when it comes to action figures, I think it does happen. There are ebbs and flows of that. Part of that is necessary, though. It does bring in new people and it does keep things moving. But I don't know. Does that kill it?
You have to worry about inflation, right? Like,
Yeah.
look at like something like Funko Pops, where it got so mainstream and everything, and they're so overproduced at that point. And then everybody falls off, and then the company has to like literally liquidate, like throw so much stuff in the landfill, and now nobody cares about it. There's way too much of it. There's less being I would assume there's less being made now. You don't see as many new ones on the shelf.
Yeah.
So it inflates it, and then that balloon pops, and then everyone leaves, and the people that loved it originally are left picking up the pieces, right? That's
Yeah. Personally, as someone who's in California and who doesn't go on wild hunts because it seems pointless, all the other California collectors and I, so like me, Shardimus Prime, Unparalleled Universe, Prime to the First, we put a small care package together every month and we send it to Kim Kardashian down in SoCal. And we just hope that she, one of her kids picks up the package, opens it, and they're like, oh my God, action figures, what? And then they start to, it spreads from there. And that's how we keep action figures in the zeitgeist. Because like Kenny said, without the hype beasts, maybe we would, as collectors, or the hobby would die. But then you have to think about the people who've been collecting, like Robo, I'll mention a few YouTubers. Robo Don't Know, been on the show. Check out the episode. He's been collecting for decades, and Carbon Scoring, been on the show. Check out the episode. Carbon Scoring's, he's been in the game for years, for decades. So people like that, they'll never stop collecting. I've been collecting for 10 years now, and there's people like Prime to the First who has spoke on Topless Toy Talk about how maybe he has another 5 years in the game and then he's going to stop. I don't know that I'll have a point where I'm like, I'll never collect another action figure. I think even when I'm, in the home, ready to like kick the bucket, I'll still have at least like 3 to 5 action figures.
You have like one action figure, right?
Yeah, like I'll never stop collecting completely.
And
but
it's
I
Maximum Hulk, right? Maximum Hulk.
It's Maximum Hulk. Yeah, it'll never not be.
It'll actually be the original Maximum Hulk that he sold off.
He'll have no chest left.
He'll be chasing that down.
He'll look like Mecha Hulk because he'll only have the plastic parts where the butterfly joints with no rubber chest left. So I think, there'll always be some level. And there are those motherfuckers out there with 3,000 plus figures in their collection, whoever you are. they're not collecting for the hype. They're collecting for the love of the game. They're collecting for themselves. They're collecting, like what's it? Collecting Rush. He's the only one I can think of that has that many figures. Great guy. Check out Collecting Rush on Instagram. He collects for himself. He's not collecting to get clout on Instagram or followers. So there's people out there that are doing it just because they love it. And I think St. James is probably on the other end of the spectrum, not meaning he doesn't love collecting action figures. What I mean is he's come from another hobby, which is like sneakerhead collecting. And we saw his transition. We saw his background gradually change and him come into collecting action figures instead of sneakers, and hearing him talk about how welcoming and productive the community can be, like that's always really nice. And I think those experiences are what will keep the hobby running, rather than just like, look how fucking cool this Goku figure is, which I still want, by the way. But you couldn't get it. I had to wait 14 hours and I had to cut off one of my fingers because of frostbite. But I got him, and I'm like, so there'll be people out there who will always gatekeep behind the hype of it. But the people, like I mentioned, I'm packing up my collection, and yesterday or 2 days ago, I think I had Winter Soldier from, I don't even remember what wave he's from. Not even like the best Marvel Legend ever made, but I sat down for like 30, 45 minutes just playing around with Winter Soldier and Deluxe Black Widow before we got the pinless comic reissue. But they're just fun figures. And I played for like 45 minutes before I got back to packing because I just wanted to play with those two cool figures. So I think there will always be collectors out there that do that.
Right. So, Alexi, what do you feel like would be, where would you rather see it go? If it has to go down one of those two paths, and neither of them are great, right? We don't want to see the hobby die, but it's just of the thought of it just going on the path it's going right now, right? Where it's going to end eventually, right? Eventually. Or would you rather see it get a second life, but at the cost of everything mentioned?
I mean, I'm a perfect example of the rising cost of other things and where collection stands in your, as a person or an individual, where collecting stands in your hierarchy of priorities. I mentioned earlier, I have 3 Mayfex figures coming in, and I have 1 in art Chinese figure coming in. I have Smart Hulk on pre-order. I got the Ghost Rider recently, so that's probably the extent. That doesn't mean those are the only figures that have been produced or put up for pre-order recently. I think people are just going to continue to prioritize what they need to survive, keep that pleasure collecting alive, but it's going to get tough. And, I'm always ready to talk about why things are getting tough. But I think the result of that discussion is people are just going to prioritize what they have to survive. I mean, what's the point of having 100 Marvel Legends or SH Figure Arts figures if you don't have a roof over your head to cover them, or if you don't have food to feed yourself so that you can enjoy them? Priorities will be met.
All right. Okay. And, before I go to David, I know David's got a lot to say. I'm going to go to Andrew before David. Okay. But before that, I want to address a couple things in the chat. Some things I had starred. First of all, Z-Man's here. What's up, Z-Man? Agent Z-Man, check out the Z Report, the Gen Z Report. Cloud, not a voice novel, dude. Thank you, Cloud. Thank you. The Black Deer. If someone sends me a voice memo that long, I'm blocking them. I'm sensing a lot of hate here. This gal's a fan of ignoring voice notes. I get it. No new lines toys. Thank you for being here, my friend. You should start this show after 3 POA. I get it. I wish we could, but that would just be so late. We're already starting at 9 p.m. and we go around 2 hours every night, and we got to go to bed, man. We got work in the morning. I get it. There are a lot of great shows streaming every freaking day of the week. It's hard to catch up or stay caught up, but thank you for being here. Lorenz. Imagining how Justin would be late for a midnight start time is hilarious. Thank you, Lorenz. Thank you. And John, compulsive collector. Where's I gotta do John's video? I forgot.
I hope you can see this because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
Thank you, John. This is 2020 and 2021 for everyone who'd been collecting for decades before COVID. That is a good point. It did bring in a lot of new collectors, right? Even people that were like myself, that I was casually collecting. I think that is around the time my collecting like took it up a notch. I don't know if that would have been the natural progression of things before, without the lockdown, or if that sped it along or increased the sickness. I don't know, but that's a good point, John. You've already seen a jump like that, and people could argue that we did see the Roscons and the Toy Aisle and Ollie's are a product of that, and that kind of leads into my point. Kind of is maybe
it wasn't a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, very fair point, John. Very fair point. St. James, when I see people like Zion and Lorenz and Z-Man and Ashwan, we all feel old. No, he goes on to say, collecting, I know it will stay alive long after we buy our last figures.
Yeah.
It's good to see younger people get into it. And Lorenz is doing this just for the clout, by the way. Just wanted to.
We know.
Everyone knows.
Yeah.
But no new thing. It's 3 a.m. UK. Yeah, I'm aware, man.
To be fair, and Alexi has mentioned this before, but Alexi does like go and look for collections of the past. You know, humans have been collecting things forever, and we'll continue to do so.
So do dinosaurs.
Dinosaur bones specifically. Just to be clear.
Oh yeah. They made great toys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay, man. The replay's always there, whichever one you want to use it on, you know. And whichever. But Andrew, I want to go to you. Okay, so we've kind of spread the sickness to you. You were a lot more of a casual collector when this show started, way back in episode 1, right?
Right.
The sickness has spread. You now have shelves behind you. You now don't only collect Star Wars. You have a few Legends, even a few imports, right? You're gonna be working on a Cantina display here soon. All kinds of stuff, right? So, what would you rather see happen? Would you rather just collecting go the way it's going, and what happens? It's probably gonna slow down after our generation, if not die, or would you rather see it go the way of like Pokemon TCG, Logan Paul bullshit, and people lining up and fighting in the aisles over figures and stuff possibly getting harder to find? You know, there's a cause and effect. There's a domino situation. Would you trade that? Would you trade the consistency for the hype if it meant more light on the hobby, and we could get good things out of that too? Maybe more figures a year, maybe better figures, or just higher prices. Who knows?
So I think just to keep it simple, there needs to be hype for anything, because if there was no hype, I think they're coming after me. So if there was no hype, there would be no people buying
That was not a sound effect. That was somebody.
I genuinely thought that was a sound effect, and I was like, "Oh my god, you're really mashing
New York.
button."
It's New York.
Work trying to find me, but
out my window.
Sorry, Andrew.
There needs to be hype, right? You need hype for people to buy things. If there was no hype, there would be no companies putting product out to sell.
It's fair.
With that being said, things being overhyped like Pokemon trading cards. What I have in my hand currently, this Nito. Have you seen the new hype for these? I've had this thing for a year.
Nito, yeah. We talked about that a few weeks ago on the recap. That thing is really
I've had it for a year.
blowing up.
And if you try to go into a store, you can't find these, which is hilarious because it's just a little squishy cube. But
thanks,
honestly,
TikTok.
I figured, yeah, that's what it was. But I feel like collecting should probably just stay the way it's been. Don't let it get overhyped, because if it gets overhyped, yeah, you'll have people fighting in the aisles of stores just trying to get a reprinted Spider-Man or another Iron Man. You know, that's just, I feel like it should stay the way it is now, and leave Logan Paul out of it.
And that can go for any subject you happen to be talking about on the internet, to be honest with you. Great thoughts, Andrew. Great thoughts. Let's see. Oh, Man Beast Boy's here. What's up, Man Beast Boy? Thank you for being here. What's up, man? Lorenz says he hates those stupid things.
What, these?
No, Lorenz, this is your fault. You are TikTok at this point. I think TikTok, it's like, oh, Lorenz, like that's
he's our official representative of TikTok, you know. So
if anything happens with TikTok, good or bad, just bad, then we look at Lorenz.
Yeah. All right. So, David, what are your thoughts on the subjects? I know you said it wasn't interesting after you complained about my 5-minute voice memo. You said it is an interesting thing to talk about, and you said you had some things you could say to rebuttal maybe some of my points. So I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, what was the question again?
Oh, David, do you want the question?
Yeah.
Sing this real quick because I was thinking about it over the past couple days. The stream idea for Saturday. So I was thinking the topic of what's the worst case scenario, and we can discuss this, like collecting dying. You know, it's always like the hobby's dying is what everyone's always talking about, because you know we are the collecting generation. Are the younger generations actually getting into it? Is it something that's sustainable and all that? You know, everything's going to shit. So there's that scenario of, you know, collecting may die with us, right? Or it's just going downhill. But this combination of two things made me think of another scenario. So there was another YouTuber, I wouldn't recommend the channel, but it came across my For You page, or, you know, suggestions, and I watched this one video, and he was talking about why he hates like a certain kind of collector, and he was using this guy as an example that used to be like a cameraman for a famous YouTuber or something like that. He already had like 56,000 subs, and he was getting into collecting like Hot Toys and some other figures, but you could see in his background of his video
Not even the full 6 minutes and 43 seconds.
Keep going. I was almost there.
Whole thing's there.
Wow. Wow.
Jesus Christ. Look.
Go ahead, Justin.
Sound.
God forbid I'm trying to do 2 jobs at once, right? I'm working, doing my daily, and I'm just like, let me fill the guys in on what I'm thinking, right? Just while I'm working throughout my work day. And then I get heckled for it. What's up, Pac? Thank you for being here. I have this written down. No, it was. Damn it. No.
Prime. If you're still here, this is why I told you stop sending me voice memos.
Would you? Okay, so future reference. Talk to text next time. I'll do talk to text.
No.
Sure. Yeah.
Neither is better.
Would you rather read
easier
all
to block
of that?
Be like a CVS receipt. Just
word.
Oh,
wow.
I like that, Andrew. I like that.
Nothing makes me want to quit collecting more than a 6-minute voice note about the death of collecting. So
perfect. That sums it up.
So, as it was already said on this stream, collecting has been going on since the beginning of history. Collecting will always happen. So agree and double click on that point from Kenny. So thank you, Kenny. And to double click on something that Andrew said, there always needs to be hype built into it, and that's what the basis of Dan Yoon's job is, to be the marketer that hypes the releases of Marvel Legends.
Right.
But
right.
how successful he is at his job, depending on the specific item that he's trying to hype, just as we saw at the Mexico CCXP, he's not quite successful at hyping things as other things. So, and then you're going to have the people who are chasing clout, like Lorenz admitted on the stream today. That, you know, he's just going to post video after video roasting reveals to get views, you know. So his next TikTok is Collecting Justified worth watching. No, just wait for the voice notes. So collecting will always be there. I'm gonna collect. Our collecting is gonna evolve. I'm going, you know, as prices increase, as Alexi said, I'm gonna be a little more selective about the thing that I get, but my collecting will always be there, and I'm gonna prioritize, like, if they do more of that Mars Toys Batman 66 line in 1/12 scale, if they could charge me $150 for each single one, and I would still buy it because it's most nostalgic to me, and it's something that I would feel the need to have, everything that they produce. So maybe I would be done with Legends by then. Maybe Legends won't exist anymore, but I would still find things that I would collect to nourish my soul and pluck at the nostalgia strings. So I'm never going to get out of collecting. I'm going to collect things until I die. What that looks like, it's going to depend on what the market puts out.
It's going to look like a lot of action figures on top of your dead body.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, eventually I'll invest in a casket that can hold a lot of those figures with my dead body. So
David, off the top of your head, 3 casket figures, go.
Oh, wow.
The Joker, the 1966 Mars Toys prank villain, and probably 2 more from that line that they release eventually before I die.
Rumor is in the rumor mill that Mars Toys is all in. I think I saw Kaiju Daddy post something about it.
But they need to be all in at that scale. And
yeah,
I haven't
the 1/12 scale. 1/12 scale.
1/12? Yeah,
all in on Batman 66.
Oh, well, where did you heard that from Kaiju Daddy?
I saw him post it somewhere. I think it was a live. It might have been a live stream, live chat, or I can't remember where it was.
Did he send you a voice note?
It was 6 minutes. Somehow he hacked it, and so I didn't listen to it.
Copy.
I don't know what does that.
Crazy people. But yeah, if you have that source, please send it to me, because I just need to consume all information about this and be prepared so that I can, you know, plot my spending. And as far as like the hype chasers, the Labubus, and all the other things of the moment, they're a version of collecting. They're gonna, you know, that needs to exist as well. I think we get into dangerous territory when we decide, like, what's the right kind of collector. There's a million different collectors on the spectrum of collecting. So those that collect Labubus can continue to do so. But it's just like, I don't really care who else is collecting. Kenny, is that really yours? Is it yours, or is it Carolina's?
It's Carolina's.
It is.
What?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Oh, okay. Hold on. So 1 second, John. One second. We got John Morrissey dropping a $6.16 super chat. Thank you, John. Quit collecting. I used to collect action figures. Now I only collect the selfies that Justin sends me. Some of them are fire. And yes, before you ask, they do come with 5-minute voice memos per selfie.
All of them.
Just
describing your mood at the time that the selfie was taken.
Frankly, it's not worth it, if I'm being honest. Yeah.
Well, I'm reminded of a picture you sent, Justin, in the chat of you were very happy. Both of your sons were playing with Power Rangers toys at a table, and your wife is sitting there between them, and the look on her face that, oh my God, there will never be a moment where there are not toys in this house. Because, like, even once your kids grow up and move out, you're still gonna have
You're
toys
still
that
there.
are in the house.
Yeah.
So like it was just a priceless photo, and like I could just read it in her eyes, like the endless hopelessness of like never being toy free in the home. I love that. But
It flames on the side of my face.
exactly. That was her. That was her. That was your wife. But you're gonna collect forever, right? You're always gonna be collecting something until you die, you know? And your sons may not. Like they may grow up and like they're of that generation that has digital things. You know, like all of the things that they consume are digital. They're not physical anymore. So maybe that's where it's gonna go. But you're still gonna collect until the day you die. But the question is, did you instill enough of this in them that they would want to collect things?
I don't know. That's a good question. You don't know till they're older, right? Because, David, did you have that time in your life where you let go of toys for a little while, like where you went straight from playing with them to it just evolved into collecting? There was no gap. For me, there was a gap. So
how long was that gap, and what were you doing during that gap?
I don't want to talk about that.
You don't want to talk about the gap, or you don't want to talk about the what?
Well, I was doing during that gap. I don't know. My mom watches these sometimes. I don't know. But no, there was a gap, and then I slowly got back into collecting stuff, not necessarily action figures, and it slowly evolved into me picking up action figures and settling on those. But no, like finding those and the different lines, and then it turned into this, right? But even when I think back to when I was, playing with toys and starting to age out, I guess, instead of putting some of them away, I would set them up on a display, like on my dresser instead, right? Where I wanted that. It was always there, it was always there. But yeah, I get what you're saying, David. So you think it just doesn't matter either way?
It doesn't matter.
Like, who cares? I'll be dead by then. Who gives a shit, right?
Really, like we all come together on this stream every week, most of us except Alexi, and we talk about the things that we are connected to in the collecting community. We all are connected to each other as collectors, and like it nourishes a part of our soul to do this and to participate in this. And so, does it matter if your children don't continue to collect? Because you're still getting the joy of what you do, right? Like, so when you're 80 and you can read even less than you can now, and you're sending 20-minute voice notes,
the technology will be there by the
way. Like, does it matter who's collecting at that point? Are you still going to have a couple things on the side table next to your recliner, that you glance over at?
Yeah, I guess I'm just more thinking of like the immediate future, right? And
it's not going to die. It's not going to die in 5 years. Collecting,
no. So it just fading away, right? I just don't want to see another hype. Think how John pointed out the pandemic and what that did. Imagine that on steroids. If these hype tubers and TikTokers get a hold of the hobby and just the inflation we could see, it would seriously be the pandemic. I'm thinking it would be the pandemic on steroids, what it would do to it. It would be like nice at first, and then it would get old really fast, right? And
so you think that the attention that Lorenz would bring to Marvel Legends through TikTok is going to inflate the prices of Legends too much, where we're priced out of our own collecting, and then Legends collapses? That's what you think is going to happen?
So follow me here, right? No, it wouldn't be immediate. We're already getting $2 incremental price hikes with no explanation, just randomly, and we have to accept it, right? They don't even address it anymore. It's just like, oh yeah, a regular Legend is $28 now. Who gives a shit? And we're like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna buy it, right? What am I gonna do? Not buy this figure? No, that's not an option. So freaking that new Hulk's like almost 50 damn bucks. That's stupid.
But how many of us have said we're not buying it? Or well, you're
Exactly.
going to look at it in the Target aisle and decide then. But
Right,
I think that the clout chasing Lorenzes of the world are going to flame out and crash out before they can tank the collecting business.
But follow me on this thought process, though, right? So we're already getting incremental price increases, right? The hype train hit, stuff selling out instantly, much like pre-orders selling out, like everything. When it hits, it sells. It's like Target Haulathon all the time, right? You can't find any. We already can't find anything on freaking Walmart and Target shelves anyway, right? Nothing's going to clearance anymore. Everything's selling out. What are toy companies going to think when they see that? They're already raising the prices, right? You think multi-billion-dollar corporation isn't going to take advantage of that?
By how? By doing what?
By raising prices even more. Instead of a $2 incremental, they're like, oh, now it's 35, right? Because of reasons. We don't even have to give reasons, right? So your solution to picking up a lot of stuff now is get it when it hits. What if you can't? And then the aftermarket, what do you think that does to the aftermarket when aftermarkets already can go crazy for figures, right? That's my thought process.
I think that there's a few factors in there. So the prices will go up because of reasons, but I think that the tariffs affected that, and I don't want to dig in too deep about the tariffs. But the
David, I think Justin's asking you at a base level, would you steal a Marvel Legends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, sure.
You do what you gotta do.
Of course, that's no question. But like I think that as the prices go up, there will be a jumping off point for people that aren't as committed to collecting, because they're like, oh, I'm not paying $40 for that Hulk, right? So
that's the thing, man. Like these hype people will pay any price, though. They don't care. The hype people will pay any price, though.
Exactly.
So they can, but then they're gonna bitch and moan on the internet about what they spent on it and how it's not worth it, and they're gonna review it and say it's terrible. And so, like, let them, like, go ahead and let them, like, whatever. But the unit got sold from the company. So I think that any company that's trying to profit, they're going to keep production costs low and production runs smaller, charge $2 more for the item, but that doesn't, and then they'll issue a bunch of reprints like we've been seeing in the last 2 years of re-releases of items, to continue to generate revenue out of those same things, and people will buy it as long as they choose to buy it. Like what I think that once they see a sharp decline in how many units of the reprints are being sold, then they'll do the reprints less because it's not profitable. So that will, like, it's going to ebb and flow based on the sales, and we do the voting with our dollars. So if we're not buying the stuff, then the profits go down, and then they don't produce as much stuff. So that's gonna be always like, are we gonna sit here and say that prices are not going to increase year over year for the rest of our lives? Probably not. It probably will still do that for the rest of our lives. We can't control that, but we can control what we buy and what we don't, and we can control how long we stay in this game, and when we get off the merry-go-round. And that it is what it is. I'm still gonna collect something. It may not be Legends. In 5 years, it may not be Legends, but maybe I've gotten all the characters that I really need, or I've customized all the characters I really want, and I can afford to mentally get out of Legends. But I'm still gonna collect something and spend my dollars on something. Yeah. It's just gonna be the things that are most nostalgic to me, the things that tug at my heart the most, and you know, it's going to evolve. I can't predict where I'm going to be at 5 years from now with collecting, because I don't know what they're going to be putting out on the market.
So, this is actually a great question based on that. All right.
Based on what I said.
Yeah, based on what you said.
Awesome.
Because I agree with a lot of that, because you and I, we have a lot of Legends, right? We have a huge collection of Legends. but we also love to collect a lot of things. And yeah, maybe next year hypothetically, next year we just stop collecting Legends. Now we're all in on DC, right? So, I mean, there, to that point, there are always things to collect, right? Whether it's Marvel, whether it's DC, whether it's none of that, it's nostalgic stuff. You know, Pee Wee Herman, it's Simpsons, it's Scooby Doo, Ghostbusters, Beetlejuice, it's anything. You know, yeah. I mean, there are always things. Before, yeah, Justin, you asked a question earlier about taking a break from collecting, right? And I've talked about this in the past where like I grew up with toys, I grew up collecting stuff, I took a break from it from a little bit, but like even when I wasn't collecting figures, I was collecting other stuff, right? I have a huge record collection. I have a huge movie collection. Like I've always collected stuff, you know, there are always things to collect that resonate within me. What is that next thing? I don't know, but there will be some other thing. There will be some other action figure. There will be some other item, whatever, you know. So
well, because it's just the way that we're built. Like as collectors, we're going. You know,
we're just built
like
different.
Water finds its own level. Like water finds its own level. Like every water will level out everywhere. So like we're always going to find something to collect. And what that looks like, we don't know, but it's only going to be based on what's out there on the market to buy. So we can't, none of us sitting here right now can know we're all still going to be in the Marvel Legends game 5 years from now. Who knows? But we will still be collecting in some way, shape, or form. I have a big DVD collection. I have comic books. I have figures in package. I have figures from all different sorts of collections. But I'm gonna find a place to spend my money. Rest assured.
I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy it. But what is
Yeah.
it that I'm buying? Who knows? Like I didn't think 5 years ago I'd have a whole Jada Street Fighter collection shelf.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known that, but I do because they're great toys and they speak to value for my money. So that's where my money's going right now. And
I will admit,
I've been in Legends as long as I have because Legends has lived longer than any other line ever. And there's plenty of costumes and there's plenty of characters they can still do. There is an ever evolving and improving library of parts. It's pinless. They're eventually gonna like unbox themselves and walk out of the fucking package. So you know, like they're gonna keep evolving Legends, and as long as it's still within my logical, affordable, you know, budget, then I'll still buy it. But if they're $50 a piece, I'm gonna start to second guess. Do I need that? Like all the things that have been revealed lately, I know that I want Luna Snow from Rivals, but maybe that's it. I don't want the Brand New Day stuff from Spider-Man. I don't want the Spider-Man Noir. Like there's more things that are being shown that I'm like, I don't really need that in my collection. And that's all right, but I'm still gonna buy the Build-A-Figure wave for box with Marina and Outback Psylocke and all that.
Absolutely.
So like I'm still I'm maybe participating in Legends less, but I'm still participating until there's like that really sharp like thing that cuts me off, you know.
I think with that, this is actually a great time for that, because as we get into this new era of Mattel DC stuff, it might be good for us to have to dial back on Marvel Legends a little bit, because we don't need to buy. We have all these characters, right? We're only looking for new characters or good upgrades, right?
Yeah.
So now we can get into Mattel DC stuff and just go full force.
Yeah.
And then just pick and choose the Marvel Legends that we want or need for the display, you know? And I mean, part of me misses this era of like chasing every single Marvel Legend and really building out this whole thing. But the other part of me appreciates like there's a full display over here. I can really dial it back. I can pick and choose. I can focus on other things and collect other lines and do that stuff. So I think it's easy to say there are ways that it's dying a little bit, but
I don't think it's dying. It's
it will never
evolving.
die.
It's
It's
shifting.
evolving. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Over the last couple of years, and seeing David, someone who is so dedicated and so accomplished at having Marvel Legends as a collection, seeing David get into Jada Street Fighter, and even having characters or the figures of the line like before I do, which I actually played Street Fighter and consider myself a fan. Whereas David, he's a tourist. But seeing David have these figures before I even get them, and I'm like, you son of a. But also the fact that he even has them and is chasing them down, and they're not Marvel Legends, they're not deep cuts from the Marvel universe. It's inspiring. David, no one's ever said that you inspire them. So I'm going to say, David, you inspire me. And that's part of the evolution of a collector. And what you just said, like your collecting doesn't stop, or, it ebbs and flows, but it evolves eventually. So seeing David go into Jada, not that David doesn't only collect anything but Marvel Legends. He has a huge dinosaur collection. He has a huge other stuff, I'm sure. But, it's David is a well-rounded collector, 3,000 plus. It's in the byline, but that's the example that I'm saying is it's cool to see you expand into Jada, and it's an example of all of us expanding our interests. And it's not never, but these days it's not only about like, yeah, this guy is so powerful and he has the power effects and the action and the guns and the the bullet effects and stuff. Sometimes it's like, I just want some Muppets. And like, I just want, I want Sesame Street.
Yeah.
And I want a slice of life. I want like a table in a diner. And I want,
thank you, Greg.
And I want a cannibal pig face cook in my diner. And it's like, so that's all part of how it expands. It's not just dying because people aren't buying the one thing that they've been buying for the last 10 years. It's just branching off,
Yeah.
Good point, Alexi. Good point. I think so, David, it's safe to say you would much rather see things on the trajectory. And saying action figure, saying the hobby's dying sounds harsh, right? But my thought process there,
it's cloud chasing.
Everything has a lifespan, right? Everything has a lifespan. That's what I mean. The hobby as we know it, going on its trajectory, versus it might be nice. Some people might be like, "Oh, Logan Paul's into Marvel Legends. This is great for the hobby." All I'm saying is, I would be there being like, "Oh no, please not, please don't." That's all I'm saying is keep it out of the mainstream. Let's keep our thing going. I'm all for Alexi saying like, David, you getting into like Jada Street Fighter. It's the same as like some of these younger guys being into collecting, right? Getting into stuff that they didn't necessarily know a lot about, right? And I'm all for that because you're a fan.
I'm not buying them to review them or to talk about them on TikTok. I'm not buying them to like chase.
It's about intent.
Or
it's about intent.
Street cred.
Right?
I'm buying it because it's a cool thing that I appreciate, is well executed, and it's where I'm just going to spend my money. And like, if I don't show them off on pickups, you'd probably never know that I even own them. But but nothing is dying. Like there is a lifespan to each line, and we haven't found the end of the Legends lifespan yet because they're still chugging along and putting stuff out.
But if Hulk's saying anything, it's starting to lose its hairline, right? At least
it is receding. Yeah,
it's aging. But yeah, I think it's safe to say that let's just let it keep chugging along. I just don't want to see it going too mainstream. I don't want shortages and all that crap. Let's just let's ride off into the sunset together, right? Right, guys. That's I mean, Kenny left.
Well, but even shortages. So like, if you, Justin, what's your favorite Marvel character?
Oh shit.
Just pick one.
It's between like Spider-Man and Wolverine.
Okay, so if every Spider-Man figure that Marvel Legends releases starts to become $42.99 and $44.99, there's gonna be a jumping off point for you where you're gonna decide, I'm not gonna buy all 5 of them at $44.99, but maybe I'm gonna buy that one. You're still gonna buy one, but you're not gonna buy all of them. But it's because it's a character that you really care about. You want to see him on your shelf represented well, and so you're still collecting, but you're just being choosier. You're being more selective. So like you're not, your love for collecting isn't dying. The line isn't dying. You're just funneling your money in different directions.
Yeah.
But you're still, that's still your interface with the hobby. You're still connected. You know?
I just don't, I think it's not like the hobby in general, but you're saying like right there, you would leave the line. Like, I don't want to have to leave a line because of 10 million Joe Schmoes that are willing to pay any price. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that drives it up. That's just like my point. It's like, I don't want to not have to buy that anymore.
But you're still gonna find it. Like, even if they produce 100 of them,
right?
But it's a really great one, you still go out of your way to acquire it somehow at your comic store, like with a trade credit or whatever.
Feeling a whole trailer filled with the figures, right, Kenny?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, there are certain things that you'll go after, right? And recently, this InArt 1/6 Superman is kind of this thing that I think I'm going to be on the hype train for. You know,
how much is that?
The one I want, because it comes with the Clark Kent and the Superman, is almost $600.
Wow.
But it,
oh God, my heart.
But it was already sold out before the pre-order even launched. You know, because
You're gonna find a way. You're gonna find a way to acquire it because Superman is your guy.
Yeah,
and it's a really well done.
78. This is 78 Superman. It's Christopher Reeve. It's a Clark Kent and a Superman. You can do just the Superman, and that's half the price, right? But
fuck it.
If you get the deluxe, you get the Christopher Reeve Clark Kent. You get the Superman. I mean, it's beautiful, you know. And
you'll find a way to budget for it as well.
Yeah,
you'll figure it out.
Yeah,
and then you'll buy less Legends,
whatever,
and you'll be able to afford that, and you'll make it work because it's an important thing for you to acquire for your collection.
Yeah,
and the collection is equity. You can always sell off a few things that are worth more now to make that hit a little less. That's what.
Look at how much Alexi sold out of his collection.
I got some McFarlane's for sale if anybody's looking. No, nobody's looking. Okay.
I don't give a fuck about these ducks.
Nobody's looking. But guys, that was a fun discussion. I enjoyed hearing everybody's input about it and everything. And don't worry, they're not coming yet, right? Logan Paul hasn't bought a Marvel Legend, shown it off on Instagram or TikTok.
I wish he would, honestly. Like, Marvel Legends needs.
We just fucking spent over an hour talking about
I know we did, but Marvel Legends needs a boost. I'm just saying.
Okay, guys, it's okay. Kenny's getting a voice memo after the stream.
That's a good threat.
Damn it, getting a voice memo. Okay, guys. Andrew, final thoughts, and well, first of all, and you get ready for final thoughts. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. I want to thank all my wonderful co-hosts. Make sure you're following everybody on Instagram. Subscribe to Kenny on YouTube at Encounter Culture and catch the recap every Friday. Right? Every Friday. Also, go follow Ed Chinchilla on Instagram as well. It's not linked in the description down below, but it should be. And buy some Ed Chinchilla merch, okay? I do get a kickback from that of -1%. So
that's right.
I don't know why I signed that contract. I don't know why. It's really bad. But I want to thank everybody for being here. Make sure you hit that like button before you sign out. Go back and watch this on the replay again, even if you watched it live, right? And if you are watching on the replay, leave a comment, okay? It helps the algorithm. We appreciate it for everybody being here every week. If you were in the chat and I didn't shout you out, I apologize. Leave a comment. Let me know. Tell me I'm an asshole for not not shouting you out, okay? But Andrew, sign us out with your thoughts. What kind of words of wisdom do you have for everybody?
So, final thoughts. Collect what you like. Don't buy into overhyped products. If you really want it, just wait till the hype dies down. It will eventually. And yeah, that's it.
And with that,
Grab his dick and twist it! Oh my god, dude, this is an MMA fight, dude. You too much. Twist that dick! Twist his dick! Twist his dick! Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh, dick twist!
Saturday night and we're live at 9. Yeah. Saturday night and we're live at 9. It's Saturday night and we're live at 9. You know that means it's justified. Just Justin collects, making the connect. Kubo has 2 strings, don't disrespect. Andrew is a Jedi, but he's seeing the dark side. Down in the basement for the 28th time. Now there's David, Evan, and Smith. 3,000 action figures for the toy sluts and basic bitches. Your boys got toys to bring the noise. Love the imports, but McFarlane he avoids. And counterculture is in the space. Superman for days, like it's a race. Now that's justified. Now that's justified. Now that's justified. Saturday night and we're live at 9. Saturday night and we're live at 9. Saturday night and we're live at 9.
Andrew, entertain the chat.